back in another episode of Toy Soldiers Review. This time, I'm not going to review a Toy Soldiers. This time, it's something different. It's scale models, figures, from a war game called Bolt Action, made by Warlord Games. US Infantry, World War II, American GIs. I got also stone walls. So, let's start off the US Infantry. So here we have US Infantry. Set contains 30 hard plastic figures, 28mm heat, multi-pose miniatures. And as you can see, you have here an information, most suitable period of World War II, mid and late. So you can use it from 1942 till 45. So here's the presentation of painted figures. Just some of them. Here's a description of the US Infantry. Okay, contains plastic components to make 30 US Army infantrymen. Weapon list: ammo Garand, Browning, Thompson grease gun, carbine, bazooka Colt, grenades, bandoliers, and combat shotgun. That's nice. And round plastic bases. So we have a list of contents. I'm not going to read it all, but you can see there's so much equipment. Like Warlord made a really good job. You get a lot of contents, a lot. Here you get stands. Okay, and now trays with molds, backpacks, guns. And here we have some decals. But it's very hard to apply them on a figure, so I'm not going to do this. Alright, now I'm going to assemble these figures and paint them, and I'll be right back. Okay, everything is glued and ready. I just painted only 12 figures. I just haven't time to paint them all. And as well, I assembled the walls and I painted them. So I got 29 figures. Set contains 30 figures and it contains 25 stands, and that's probably one of the only disadvantage of this set, because you get 30 figures and you get only 25 stands. But I had some spare stands, like 4, so I got 29 figures right now. So first is NCO with Thompson and cigar in his mouth. Pretty cool. I like that the guns are oversized, but cool. It looks pretty cool. Bar gunner. I like the face expression. M1 Garand shooter. I don't like the way he holds this rifle. running with M1 carbine. The bazooka loader, another rifleman, running with a Garand. This guy is pointing to attack, and interesting thing is his rifle. It's for sure not M1 Garand. It's probably Springfield. Grease gunner. Okay, so we have here reloading Thompson. Here we have another rifleman. Standing behind the cover. Shooting from a carbine. And the one thing I don't like is that the angle of holding a gun. Charging with Thompson. Smoking a cigarette. Charging with grease gun. Had to use some green stuff in here because I have a gap between arm and torso. And running with Garand. Okay, now painted figures. Shooting with grease gun and kneeling. Running with Thompson. Reloading grease gun. And this is a most coolest thing of bolt action. You can make so many poses. Kneeling and shooting. Running and throwing a grenade. Listening to the orders. This one is my favorite. Giving an orders with a cigar. With M1 carbine on the back. Running medic with Colt. Lots of equipment. Shooting with Thompson. Bazooka. And last two poses is walking with M1 carbine, cigarette in his mouth. And walking engineer with shotgun. Okay, that's all of them. Now some few words about these walls. Like let me show you. So you can see, you can make a different different sceneries with these walls. You can see this thing have this problem. You can see the gaps between the parts, and if you have some putty, you can fill those gaps. But you know, these walls are not for dioramas. These are for wargaming. Keep that in mind. And in the box you get 2 trays of these walls, so I have one more, but probably I'm going to sell it because I don't need it. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching and see you next time.